Michelle L. Fischbach, born November 3, 1965, is an American politician serving as the 49th and current Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota and the President of the Minnesota Senate. A Republican, she was first elected to the state Senate in 1996, where she represents portions of Benton County and Stearns County. In January 2018, as President of the Senate, Fischbach became Lieutenant Governor following the resignation of Tina Smith. Early life, education, and career. Fischbach grew up in Woodbury, Minnesota. After graduating from Woodbury High School, she attended the College of St. Benedict in St. Joseph from 1984 to 1986 and, later, St. Cloud State University in St. Cloud, where she received a B.A. in Political Science and Economics in 1989. She was the first woman elected to the Painesville City Council, serving from 1995 to 1996. In 2011, Fischbach graduated with a J.D. from William Mitchell School of Law in St. Paul, Minnesota Senate. Fischbach was first elected to the Minnesota Senate in 1996. She was elected in a special election held after the resignation of DFL Senator Joe Bertram, who had recently pled guilty to shoplifting. Fischbach was re-elected months later in the 1996 general election, as well as in 2000, 2002, 2006, 2010, 2012, and 2016. She served as an assistant minority leader from 2001 to 2002 and from 2007 to 2008, and as a deputy minority leader from 2009 to 2010. Fischbach also served as the chair of the Senate's Higher Education Committee. In 2011, following an election where Senate Republicans won a majority for the first time since party designation, Fischbach was elected by her colleagues to serve as the state's first female president of the Senate, holding the post from January 2011 through January 2013. After the Republicans regained a majority following the 2016 election, Fischbach was again elected to be the upper house's president in 2017. Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota. Succession. Fischbach became the 49th Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota when Tina Smith resigned to accept an appointment to the United States Senate. Smith was appointed by Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton to replace Al Franken, who resigned the seat over allegations of sexual harassment. Fischbach acknowledged having ascended to the role, but maintained she would remain in the Senate and referred to herself as acting lieutenant governor. Controversy. Fischbach has said she intends to serve as lieutenant governor while retaining her Senate seat, but her legal ability to do so has been called into question. Fischbach notes a memo from the Senate's nonpartisan council, which cites an 1898 Minnesota Supreme Court decision as legal precedent for her to serve in both offices. In an interview, she noted the lieutenant governor's duties are largely ceremonial and she would have no problem fulfilling the roles of both officers. She has also declined the lieutenant governor's salary, opting to continue receiving only her Senate pay. An advisory opinion issued by the state's attorney general disputes Fischbach's legal ability to serve in both offices at once, citing a 1972 constitutional amendment and historical precedents, such as Alec G. Olson's resignation from the state Senate upon becoming lieutenant governor in 1976. The eventual outcome is widely seen as having potentially significant ramifications on Minnesota politics, as Republicans hold only a two-vote majority in the state Senate, pending the results of a February special election for one formerly Democratic seat. In December, To avoid a potential tie should Fischbach be forced to resign her Senate seat, Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka and House Speaker Kurt Dote sent a letter to Governor Dayton, requesting a special legislative session to elect a Democratic president of the Senate. Dayton and legislative Democrats immediately rejected the idea. Senate Minority Leader Tom Back said he would likely file a lawsuit to attempt to force Fischbach out of the Senate should she attempt to serve in both offices, saying the Senate's balance of power will be up for grabs. Quote, Fischbach has said she will run for re-election to the Senate if she is forced to resign. On January 12, a constituent and local Democratic Party activist filed a lawsuit against Fischbach, asking a Ramsey County District Court judge to remove her from her office as a state senator. On February 12, a Ramsey County District Court judge dismissed the suit. Personal life. Fischbach met her husband, Scott, while working on a campaign for former U.S. Senator Rudy Boschwitz. The two started dating while she was attending St. Cloud State University. They eventually moved to Painesville, where they still live. Fischbach's husband has served as executive director of Minnesota Citizens Concerned for Life since 2001. The couple has 2 grown children and several grandchildren. Fischbach's brother is the chief of staff to Mark Hutchison, the Lieutenant Governor of Nevada. Notes. Michelle Fischbach at Minnesota legislators past and present. Official website on Minnesota Senate Republican Caucus. Official page on Minnesota Senate website. Project Vote Smart, Senator Michelle Fischbach profile.